Today's video, we're going to talk about why would a 47-year-old male like myself leave the United States, leave the comfortability of my own country, my nice job, to move to the Philippines to meet a woman from the Philippines that I've been talking to online. That's what we're going to talk about today. Um, so yeah, let's, I guess, start at the beginning. Why did I decide to move? So we'll talk about how I met Sarah. So it all started with another dating platform that I was on. I met somebody from the Philippines, like 8 months ago or something like that, and we talked online. It was from some other social media. It wasn't even like a dating site or dating service or anything like that. Met her. We talked for a while, but things just weren't adding up for me. Weren't things just weren't the things that it just wasn't the things that I was looking for. Um, I ran into some red flags. I got some things I didn't really like, and I kind of ended that. That relationship. It was just an online relationship, video chatting for a couple months, for a while. And then I ended that. So the girl I met there was from the Philippines. She was a Filipina, and I kind of fell in love with the idea of a Filipina, like the culture, the background, everything about it. Just I love it. And then I did some research on the Philippines and found out that I love the culture. I love the country, the people, how they take care of their elders, how they live a simple life, things like that. So I kind of just fell in love with it. I backed out for a while, and then um, I talked to my father, who was actually dating a Filipina, and I didn't know at the time. Um, they have been together now for 2 years. They've met a couple times already in the Philippines. He comes here for a couple weeks and visits her. They're engaged now happily for about 2 years. And he actually introduced me to an online dating service. And to me, he wanted me to join. It was a paid service. So, he wanted me to join. And I'm just like, that's just crazy. I don't really have much desire to really do that. And I thought it was kind of silly. But I figured, why not? Let's give it a shot. So that's when I decided to get on the online service and date online. I never really had any intentions of dating a woman from another country, especially moving to another country, especially the Philippines. I had no idea. I didn't really know much about the Philippines at all. All I know is that I fell in love with the culture. And then I met Sarah online, and we talked immediately, every day as soon as we met online. I was only on the dating service for about a week or two before I met her. So, which leads me to one of my suggestions. What I would suggest, if you're interested in meeting a Filipina, a genuine connection, and you're in the United States, it's kind of hard to, where do you begin? Where do you look? I know, because I looked all around, and it was hard at first because you run into scams, you run into people not being authentic, not being genuine, things like that. So, what would I suggest? I would suggest a dating service. And I would suggest probably like Christian Filipina. I would suggest, um, good thing about those is they screen for authenticity, for the person just being a real person. You can get verified, things like that. If you're interested in dating a Filipina in the United States, and you're not like me, where you can just pick up and move to another country, say your job or your family or whatever, they offer visa services, which is good. They can help you, because it's good to have somebody in the country with your Filipina, so she's not alone trying to do this service, and you're not just trying to pick a random service for visas, because you can run into a lot of problems. So it's really good to have someone near them, and then also someone that can contact you a lot. So that's what they're good about. But that's what I would suggest. ChristianFilipino.com. So yeah, so then I met her online on a dating site, and we talked for a couple of weeks, and it just kind of escalated really fast. And we spent every minute talking to each other constantly. We never missed a day where we didn't talk. Every day we talked, video called for hours and hours. And I just loved it. Like when I wasn't around her, when I wasn't on the phone with her, I missed her. And then after a couple of weeks, we talked about, the possibility of her moving, because things started getting serious. Possibilities of her moving to the United States wasn't too much of an option, because she has a child here, she has a family here. And that's when, like when I thought, like, hey, I don't have any kids, I'm not married, I wouldn't mind going to another country. That would be cool. So why can't I just pick up and move? So that's when I decided, after about a month of us being together, things were just going so well. Like I loved talking to her. I loved being around her. And I'm just like, just take the risk, just take the chance. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You go to another country and, have a little bit of fun, get to see different cultures and travel, worst case scenario. But I ended up, after a month, we decided to pull the trigger and meet and move to the Philippines. It took me about another month after that to get all my affairs together in order for me to move, pack up my place, put it in storage, give my job a 30-day notice, get my passport. I didn't even have my passport when I decided to move. Um, but yeah, so after about 2 months of being together online, we decided to move, and it was the best decision of my life. She's just such an amazing person. Her family's amazing. I love being in the Philippines. Yeah, so finding someone from the Philippines and moving to the Philippines was never my original plan. Even just dating someone from the Philippines was never my original plan. It kind of just happened. I just met an amazing person, and thankfully, I met her on that site, because she's just like the piece of the puzzle that I've been missing. Like we have such a good time together. I love all her family values, her everything about her. And I just, I'm so happy that I found her. So, maybe take the, who cares what other people think about if someone's trying to judge you for, oh, you found someone online. It's not real. It's not, they're after you for your money, or you're just want a young woman, or whatever it is. You just got to be happy in life. You know, don't let other people dictate your happiness. I was worried about it first. I'm like, God, man, people are gonna they're gonna judge me. So who's this white American guy that's going to the Philippines to meet a young girl? I fell in love with Sarah. I fell in love with her not for her age, not for her looks. I just fell in love with her for her heart, her personality. And I didn't really care about what anybody thinks. I mean, look at me. I'm doing YouTube. I'm blogging about our life together. So who cares what other people think? You got to be, no matter what, you got to be happy in life. You have to make yourself happy first. In order for you to make someone else happy, you have to be happy yourself. So just, do whatever makes you happy. If dating a Filipina and moving to the country makes you happy, do it. If bungee jumping makes you happy, do it. So if you guys are interested, if you're a Filipino looking for someone else, if you're an American or anybody else looking to date a Filipina, I'll leave the link below in the description, a link to ChristianFilipina.com, and then also I'll leave a link in the description for their visa services. Trust me, the visa services, that right there is worth it right there. You find the one, it's great, but if you can't be together, then what's the point of it? But I mean, hey, maybe you're not like me. Maybe you want to, talk to them for years before you meet in person. Maybe you're young and you just want to say, let's just do it. Because I did it. We talked for 2 months before I decided to, let's go. So, yeah. I'll leave the link below, both links for the visa and for the ChristianFilipino.com.